And welcome back to the KA1GDQ and Joe from the Wingland channels. I am troubleshooting an issue with my Connect Systems CS800D. I updated the flash and I updated the correction of the firmware, and I updated the software programming, the computer program software itself, to the latest versions. And I zapped my radio, and the DMI worked fine. The analog audio didn't. And I found a solution, thanks to Jerry of Connect Systems. And we're going to go through what I did wrong, quick overview of what's going on. But we're going to take a look at the whole thing and see how to fix this issue. And welcome back to the Joe from the Wingland and the KA1GDQ YouTube channels. Again, we're covering the CS800D from Connect Systems, the dual band mobile, and how to fix basically the audio issue that we have when you just program it without double checking the updated audio settings. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna review here an older version of the CS800D computer program software. We're going to show them downloading the updates issue that I found and then the resolution to it. In the older versions, okay, this version is going to be the R4.0.9. Question, R4.03.9. And I'm sorry for butchering it, but oh well. This is why I'm not a professional, I'm an amateur. But basically what I'm saying here is, this is the older version I was using, 4.03.09, at least on the desktop. There might have been a little bit later version on my other laptop when I was doing all the last updates last summer, not this, the summer of 2020. But that was the last time I updated it. So there's been a bunch of changes and everything else. So the issue I'm having is that after I first updated it with the new software, the new programming software, I keyed up on the analog and I had no audio. Well, I was a little dejected. I was in the middle of doing an event when this happened. Thank goodness I have two mobile radios in the car. And so I'm like, man, I was using it too. It was working well the whole bit. So I'm like, why did I mess it up? Well, I did what I had to do because I needed to make some changes. I mean, make some additions, actually. But what happened was this. If you notice the old version, there's two mic gain levels, one for the internal and for the external. This is for both digital and analog on the old version of the customer programming software. I've been calling it computer programming software, but the customer programming software for duplex radios. So it didn't give you an analog and a digital. Well, guess what, folks? It does. It has both. So to double check your settings in the old, if you have the old version, go in and click on Edit, go to General Settings, and then go to Microphone Box. And this is where you'll get your levels right here. To get what version you're running, just go to Help and About. Okay, in the software program, go to Help and About, and you'll get the programming, customer program software about information, which gives you basically the version that runs. Okay. As I said, it comes up again. The internal and external only has these two settings. That's it. It does it for digital, and it does it for analog both. Okay, and these are what you've seen here are the defaults. So to update to get the updates, and if you just bought your CS800D and you want to update your software and create your code plugs, and that's a whole different story how to create code plugs. I'm going to try to do one of those later down the road, but I want to take care of the fixes right now. But you just go to connectsystems.com and you click on where it says the images, for images. And then after that, you click on software and then click on the model, CS800D dual band mobile. Now, if you have the 800 or 801, it can be basically the same idea. All right, the only I've owned is 800, but it's going to be basically the same idea. Okay, just have to have the right software for the right mobile unit. Okay. Well, you're going to come up to this page. The latest version came out August 31st. Okay. And the one before that was a week before that. And there's been a bunch of updates in 2021, folks. If you go ahead and go up to the website and check it out, and see what. And there's a lot of good information that you're going to need to look at on the right hand side of all the notes. All right. What you're going to need to download, you want to download the latest firmware and download the latest CPS, customer programming software, the R4.03.24. It's been quite a few out since I had updated the one on here on the desktop. It still worked. Okay. And then after you download these, you want to scroll down on the website to get some more information. The information I'm talking about is right here on the June 2nd, 2020. Left-hand side gives you all the tools of all the tools you probably need for anything. These are the updated ones right now, with the exception of the ones that have been updated after that, which is you just scroll up, you see the latest versions of all of them. But then June 2nd, 2020 is a good one. It's a little bit over a year, what's this? This is 11. That was June 2nd. That was 6. That was actually 5 months ago. June, July, August, September, October, November. 5 months. So, all right. So then, but what I recommend doing is just you go to the June 2nd, 2020 pages and download all these, put them in separate folders, so so you can update all the features. All right. On the right-hand side of that is the instructions on how to do everything. But I'm going to cover that. Some of the listed download items that where you couldn't see it through the picture. You get the that was the 09. Okay, June 2nd, 2020 was showing the 09. I think that was about the same time I updated my software, like a week after that. And they're up to 36. So there've been a lot of 36 is the correction. We're the 24. 36 is the firmware version. And that's been 20 updates of the firmware. So they've done a lot of work for this radio. But you have the computer programming software. Okay, you have this is this was the host MS 30.16. That was the firmware back in June 2020, June 2nd, 2020. Then you also have the 800D RCDB, the mobile bootloader, the Flashburn 3.0. That's the important one. You need that to install your firmware. Okay. Then you also got the front panel tool, the front panel firmware. You got a voice packet now on there, and there's unbricking instructions and hints and some other information, either in PDFs or in a zip file by the bootloader. So good information on here. Check this page out. So the instructions notes on the firmware. If you haven't updated your firmware on the CS800D, suggest you first see if your firmware is a minimum of at least 30.16. If it isn't 30.16, download that first. That will just update everything before it. Okay, and then go ahead and then download the latest one you have, which is a 36. You can update your radio from whatever version you have to do, whatever version you have to this version without having to go through all the intermediate steps. In other words, I copy and paste that off their website. All right. and then the FlashBurn 3.0 to load the following programs. All right, so it says you want to use the USB to DB15 program cable, which is what I used, and you'll see that in a little bit in a video later in here. Okay. See then the instructions in CSE100D homepage for instructions on how to use the FlashBurn program. And I made it a little quick and easy, and I guess I should have got rid of add slide to title 4. I should have erased that. Again, to download, I mean, when I download things, I just right click and I go to run as administrator in both of them. Okay, that's how I usually install my software. And then you have to go through the authentication. This is just basically, again, more information on what you need to do. The proper way to install, all right, is all right here. You need to use the FlashBurn 3.0, so make sure you have that. And make sure you have the USB to DB15 programming cable. That is not too expensive at all through Connect Systems. Please check the instructions on the home page and the download page's instructions on how to use this. Get the radio program mode by hitting the P1 as you turn the radio on. So hold the P1 button down, turn the radio on, you'll be in program mode. The LED should now blink, showing multiple colors. Load the bootloader first. So if you haven't downloaded, go back and download the bootloader. Okay, using the FlashBurn. Turn the radio off. Get the radio into program mode by pressing P1, and then as you turn on the radio, the LED should blink, showing multiple colors. Load the CS800D RCDB upgrade, again using FlashBurn. After it's loaded, turn the radio off. Get the radio into the program mode by pressing P1 as you turn the radio on. The LED should now blink, show multiple colors. Now you can now you should be able to download and install the 30.16, or if you already have that, the 30.36. Okay. If you don't have the MS 30.16 or higher installing machine, install that first. Okay. And then turn the radio off and turn the radio back on. A little hint, I didn't go through all those steps. I just hit install Flash and it worked. But these are the proper instructions, folks. These are the proper instructions. If you take the shortcut like I did, you're at your own risk. Again, to use a FlashBurn, you click on the select bin, choose a firmware from the directory, hit open, and then you hit Flash. Okay. To install the customer programming software for the 800D, again, right click, run as administrator, click on the, you come up with the admin authentication. I forget what it was, a UAC, I think they call it, user authentication control or something like that, that Windows puts in. You know, basically, do you want to install this? Hit yes. Otherwise, you can't install it. Okay, and then you got to come up to the wizard here. So hit next. Keep the default. If you want to change the folder, you can. You might be able to have both versions, an older version, a new version on here to compare it. I just overwrote it. Hit next. Again, I just go with the default. Hit next. Make sure I create desktop and a quick launch on button, and install. Okay, so at this point we're going to take a break here, and we're going to go to the video of me uploading the actually just connecting to the radio using the cable, which is I actually always have plugged in. I just have it run underneath in my tire well, and I'll show you how easy it was to download from the radio. So I already did it once, but I'm going to do it again. Whenever you work on any radio, the very first step you want to do is to read the radio. So I'm going down here to read radio, read from radio. And we're gonna just read the radio. By the way, I'm just dealing with the USB plug right now, not the DB9 connector. But this is how you update the firmware and update your programming. It's through the USB. Actually, that is connected to DB9. I'm sorry about that. I'm not connected to the front head. That's what I'm not connected to. So I am connected to the DB9 connected in the back of the radio with the USB cable. I am not connected to the front head. The front head of the radio is actually up front, and the radios are in the back. I can show you that in a minute. And click OK. I don't know why I'm looking at this through the camera, but I am. So it comes through here. I got a small Chevy Trax, but the radio is further back in the wheel well. The cable's going right to it. It's going right in the back. I really don't want to take it apart to show you where everything's at, because that means I take the rest of the stuff out of the trunk. And this is what I like about this, is that I can just pick it up and I can wrap up the cable. But we're not gonna wrap it up yet because I gotta do a couple more things. But we're gonna troubleshoot this. So actually I'm gonna disconnect it, take this, and we're gonna go in the house now. By the way, you really have to make sure when you do this the radio is on. So now I'm not doing it. One thing about this, I had to find out if they put an automatic power off on here. They haven't done it. I haven't found that new feature yet, the new one, if they did that. So I got to call Jerry on that one. So once again, thanks to Jerry at Connect Systems. Okay, and we're back. I hope you enjoyed that break. Okay, and that quick video. So after you read your radio, you should go to Edit, General Settings, Microphone, Vox. Again, the problem I'm having here is that there's no analog audio on the transmit side. I key up, you can't hear it. I was actually in my car, and I had another radio on, and I could not hear it. It wasn't from heterodyning, it was too close. I tried to talk to people, and it was dead. Well, this was the reason why. Look at the zeros. Now remember the earlier one, there was 2 options. Now there's 4. Okay. Now there's 4. So again, click Edit, General Settings, Microphone Vox, set the internal mic gain to 15, set the external mic gain to 15, and click Save on the toolbar to save the update. So it went from zeros over to 15s. All right. And that should fix your issue. And then you want to go ahead from there and zap the zap. Yeah, that's a good word. And go ahead and rewrite to the radio. And to do that, click on Program, then Write to Radio. A little word to the wise. When you go ahead and download, you first install the program on a computer. Before you make any changes, as a matter of fact, you can't do it with this program unless you use step 1. Step 1 is always read the radio. Always read your radio before you make any changes. And with this software, you can't write to the radio until you read it. You can't even hit edit on there until you read it, because it's grayed out. Or you just have one computer and you save the information, send it someplace else, and you can bring it back down. But it needs to read your radio. There's other settings you want to do in there as well. Again, this was to fix the audio problem in the 800D. I'm going to go tomorrow, not tonight, write this tomorrow. I'm not going to make these changes on the actual radio. Find my last name anyways, right? So we're going to log in and bring up the software, which is already there. All right, so now
take the old trusty glasses here. Find the right ones. It's not even the good ones. So, and we're gonna go ahead and make that correction again on this one here. I made it on. I did the other one on the desktop, not the laptop here. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure we have the right one. All right. So we're gonna open it up and go to the correct one here. And after I make a correction, or if I make a correction, I save the date. I know the last time I did it was. And I do the year, the month, and then the day. It's easier for just cataloging. Okay. And now we're going to bring up the issue. I'm going to go to Edit. And we're going to go down to, and I apologize for the glare, I am outside. General Settings and the microphone box. Alright, it's here now. I did set it already in here for 15, so I fixed that already. I'm going to change it and make sure we save it. Actually, I was just told a little bit ago it's kind of strong on the DMR end. So I'm going to drop them down. I'm going to probably drop them down to 10. Let's go halfway. Let's go unlucky 13. So this is on the digital end, and I'll bring this down to 13 as well. Jimmy was telling me I was a little strong, so still debating if I should go 13 or 10. If I go 10, that's halfway. And I'll keep it 13. All right. So, and that's fixed there. Okay, one more thing I'm going to check is right here. There was an update on July 27th, 2021, and Jerry up at Connect Systems mentioned this. So we're going to check these settings here if I can find them. Okay, it's for the scanning. We set the dwell to 2,000 milliseconds. And set the threshold as the parameter is greater than 1. And same with the set the transmit dropout delay to a non-zero value. So I'm going to probably bring those up to 2 or 3 or maybe 5 for the yellow two, and I'll set the dwell 2000 as recommended. Okay, so we'll take care of that too. Okay, so if you have multiple scan settings, which I have on mine because each one is set to scan its talk group, and I don't have them all in it yet, but this is the way to do it. I just changed this one here. It was defaulted for 1 right here. I just changed it to 2. All right, I change it all to 2 as recommended. Just put them all at 2. Okay. And this is an analog scan. So now I'm going to go through the rest of them. Aha. And I have 26 in the set here. So I'm not going to have you sit through all 26. Show one other thing here. The dwell is above 1. Dwell time standards. Okay, so I'm setting them all 2000. And I'll do one for a, and do it for the South Bar. Yeah, good. That's what I'm looking for. This is a digital one. I'm hearing noises out here. A bunch of birds in the bush over here. And I don't like the picture taking. I can't even see. There's a bush over there somewhere, the birds. Thought I heard something rattling. Over there. And set this one as well. Now, I can see what it says about the set the color code time set polling interval in milliseconds. I think that's when he's supposed to put 2000 as well. Let's see what it says. All it says here is the all it says here is set the dwell time of 2000, the threshold parameter. The greater than 1 and the dropout the non-zero. So I don't know what that one's supposed to be set for. It's defaulted for 0. Now let's see what happens when I put it all in. Is it seconds? It's milliseconds. I'll set it for 2. See what he says. Allow talkback, allow channel marking. Which I still have to learn about that one too. All right, we'll do that. We're gonna save these. And if this works in Southborough, I'll go back and fix the rest of them. So we saved it. Now let's go and write it. All right. So I said we saved it first. I apologize for it bouncing around. And we're gonna write it. Program. Right to radio. Again, radio has to be on to do this. So after you hit that, just hit click OK. And I already did as I said, I already did the firmware. So I'm just doing a CPS change on this. And then we'll test the analog. See if it's any better than what it was before. The last time it didn't work at all. So, yeah, we're getting through. So, what else did I do today? Well, let me tell you. Let's see if I can see it. Sorry about that. Probably just covered it. And I don't know if you can see me or not, but as we're letting this cook, I went down to the Falmouth Fair, they call it Fair Fest here in Falmouth. Actually, it's the Bourne, Upcape Regional High School at Bourne, but the club is the Falmouth Amateur Radio Association. They run 2 repeaters. Which is actually they run more than that, but the primary ones are the 146955, correction, 146655. 655 is Falmouth, and then there's another one in Falmouth, 147375, which is actually owned by N1YHS and run by him. That's one I usually use, and they also run some other repeaters as well. There's a few repeaters in Falmouth and a DMR in Bourne. So if you're down the Cape, there's quite a few down the Bourne area, Bourne, Eastham, Dennis, Yarmouth, something like that. And there's a couple of repeaters over there as well. So, great bunch of guys down there. Good seeing them again. I was living down the Cape for 10 years. That's why at one time I was known as Joe from the Cape, but not with a YouTube channel, so only on Facebook. So, that's it. So hopefully you can see me, and hopefully you can look at me and everything else, and a whole bit, because I have this thing. See, the problem with the iPhones, you can't switch around with the iPhone software on the iPhone 8 at least. That's why I think I should go upgrade. But I cannot go ahead and do that on my other one. Radio just rebooted. So let's see what happens here. So I can't switch back and forth on the fly to the front and back camera. Showing data transmitted successfully. Please wait for the radio to reset, which it did. I heard the boo 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 from the front. Hit OK. And we're going to test it. So let's see what happens. No, as I said, the problem was on an analog frequency. So I got to go to one of my analogs on the DMR on the 800D. So let's see what we can find out here. I'm going to control so you can see the screen. It's right with the buttons. Hit the C on the microphone. Correction there, let's see, but you hit the O, right lower corner. And you get your menu, code 2. Then you got your talk groups. And we're going to take a look around and see what we find here. I'm trying to find, let's go the other way. Let's go to Marlboro. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, we're going to throw the 8900 on. Alright. And let's see what happens. KA1GDQ testing. KA1GDQ testing. KA1GDQ testing. This is KA1GDQ testing, and I think that's a little low. I'm not getting any feedback, that's good, but I think it's kind of low. Let me turn that back up to 15. KA1GDQ. And I don't think it's strong enough. Sound a little low. So we're going to go back into the programming. Dummy me closed it. What did I do that for? Let's open that back up. That's the crew. Hey, if you want to see that video, it's on Joe from New England page. Open. And what's today's date? And I want to go to edit. And go to microphone Vox. Are you guys seeing that? Yeah, you are. Somewhat. I know there's a little bit of sun glare. Sorry about that. And we're going to change these to 15. Hit save. And we'll rewrite it again. Write to radio. Hit OK. So as I said, I have the don't make it tight. But there you go. I have the radio, the cable going to the radio directly. I just take this and throw it. I unplug this and throw it underneath. So I got this box. One thing I did pick up today. I picked the box up a while ago, and I just organized it when I came back from FarrowFest. But I picked up a couple of things. Picked up a couple of barrel connected double. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here we are. Oh, you can see that. Where's my hand? Here it is. All right. Double males I picked up because I need them. The more important ones. Picked up 3 double females. Here it is. I need those. I was hoping to find some cable, but I didn't see any coax, some small patch cables. So I also picked up some microphone clips. Some mic clips. One's a magnetic. These are a buck apiece. These were 2. These were 2. And these were 3-piece. Well, I bought $6. I bought these on Amazon. These are the. Here's the problem. A lot of our radios have mono. A lot of our headsets have stereo, so it comes out of one. So I bought these, so it comes over with both speakers. So I'm be doubly deaf. Then I had some overamp in here just to keep it, and I have a KBM switch. Oh, and I also have I have 2 of my cables I got to put in here too. This is for the FT60 program, and I have the one for the my CSI Connect Systems 700 UHF portable, and I have a cable for the both hands as well. So, and that's done cooking. And we're gonna go back here and test that again. Yeah, let's go back and change channel again because it's defaulted. I gotta fix the actor one. It's not fully done yet because acting changed for the better actually. So, oh yeah, when you make the changes, okay, as I said, just bring your talk group and go up and down here, and then hit the O again, the right lower corner. So that O will bring it up, and that's also enter. So, all right, let's see what happens now. KA1GDQ testing. KA1GDQ testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a little bit better. All right, so 15 sounds good. Just to compare it to the EZO. Oh, that was on the wrong repeater. That was on Waltham. I'm testing with the local repeater here in Marlboro. Yeah, that's loud. Yeah, that's loud. KA1GDQ testing. Okay, so I guess my volume wasn't up all either, but it's a lot better. So I like it on 15. Sounds like the 15 is the best. Now, Jimmy was telling me that DMR was kind of loud on, I was kind of loud on DMR, so I brought that from 15 to 13. That should be fine, so. But we'll find out when next time I go on DMR. So, and let's check that out. Let's check the DMR out, make sure it's working well. So we'll go back down this way. Going this way, okay. Hit enter. And let's see, we'll go to I made a zone just for statewide. And Southborough UHF. Here we go. Let's see if we can get anybody on statewide here. And there's a slight delay now when it's changing over, so you just have to hit the C button, and that'll go to your zone faster. All right, and let's see what happens. Let's go to there we go, Parrot. Let's check your zone, Parrot. See. KA1GDQ testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's interesting. Try it again with no scan. KA1GDQ testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I need to shut my scan off. The other thing I'm going to suggest is have it default not to scan. KA1GDQ testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I still think it's low. KA1GDQ testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KA1GDQ testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one last time, KA1GDQ testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one last time, KA1GDQ testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KA1GDQ clear the Parrot. And that sounded pretty good. And my volume is about KA1GDQ clear the Parrot. So I have mine set up to have this volume, and you can't tell because of this is in the way. But there's the channel selector right here. I set that for channel selector. That's also another button. And it's like this P7 button, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 7. So, all right. And there we go. And that's the programming and testing. And the radio, and it's all set to go. Alrighty. You got some noise on the 075 repeater, Waltham. So, but listen, folks, that's it. That's how we fix the 800D's volume. All right, and maybe even the scan issue they had, I wasn't aware of, but I got to go back and I'll probably just disable the automatic scan on all the scans. But in all my, it's going to take a while. I got a lot of channels in there, so. But I also got to create a couple more scan groups. One for Born. I noticed I didn't have that in there earlier, so I like each zone having their own scan on it. So, but with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out both my check out both my channels, KA1GDQ and Joe from New England. KA1GDQ is strictly ham, where my other one, my Joe from New England, is covering other things. The idea is to do some more stuff around the area, in the Boston area, but all my hours this year, I worked. I didn't get anything done I wanted to do. Didn't get to Canopy, didn't get to Six Flags, didn't hit the Freedom Trail. However, we may be hitting part of that next week, or this week, actually later, next week, whatever, Veterans Day weekend. So when that come out, I don't know, but I'm going to be going. I get some time off. I'm going to be doing a veterans thing at the base, and then we're hitting. Then we're taking a duck tour and things like that. So I'm going to get some shots of that, and hopefully I'll remember to bring my lapel mic that my son gave me and put on here, and I can do all that. So, but as we say in the amateur radio world, I don't want to cover the mic and the camera. 7-3. Keep watching, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share these out, okay? As some other bloggers mentioned, if you care, please share. So, and get this information out, and hopefully it works out well for us. So, I'm Joe, KA1GDQ. Have a great week. 7-3.